I'm with John's son. He's with DeepBrain AI, our friends from Korea. He's got a panelist coming, our chatbot panelist coming on Wednesday to our chatbot panel webinar. And we just wanted to know, how did you get into this? Tell us about what you do. Tell us your story. Go.
Hi, my name is John. When I first was going to be the panelist for the Disruptive Technology, the chatbot conversation, I was positioned as a strategic planning manager at DeepBrain AI. Recently, I was relocated to APAC business development sector. I am now going to develop new business in the APAC region for DeepBrain AI. How I started in this field, I started to work in the IT industry at LG Electronics as a B2B sales rep, developing my career as an account manager and the business development manager, but I felt something was missing, inspired by some new TV shows such as Black Mirror and Reface. I had a big interest, huge interest in augmented reality, deepfake, and AI humans, which is also known as virtual avatars these days. During this fun research, I saw a video of our president, Moon, the president of South Korea, saying that he's not a real person, but an artificial human created with video synthesis technology, and it was breathtaking. This was done by DeepBrain, and instantly I wanted to join this company, and luckily here I am. And I am talking for the company, so you'll know how delighted I am. Thank you.
So tell me, someone wants to do this. Someone has just listened to you and they're in school or they're just starting out in their career and they want to get into this. How do you advise them? Do they finish their college or do they go to work?
Well, it's practically the same as any other company, but if you're like referring to a developer or engineer who actually wants to be an engineer in our company, they have to have more experience in the development field first, or have a degree in neuroscience or basically any other technology related with artificial intelligence. So our R&D people and developers supporting our technology are very professional. They have to have a certain amount of working experience within the field, have interest and knowledge of the artificial intelligence fields in total. Other administrative and sales and other parts like marketing, it's basically the same with other companies, having the knowledge of how work's done in each function, having the wants and needs for the technology, interest, that's what we need. So we have a very young team. We are about 100 people now, grew very fast in a short period of time. But we're a group of very young people, enthusiastic, interested in new technology, wanting to know new stuff. So anyone interested, I think it's worth a knock.
Did you grow up just liking robots, or did it all of a sudden occur to you?
Well, to be honest with you, there's like two types of guys, boys, liking cars, liking robots. But I was more favored to the car. But being in the IT industry, having experience selling hardwares to the people, I got more familiar with the software that goes with it. So not only the hardware, but as time passes, recently, the software itself is getting a bit more important every day. And that's how I got to know new technologies, get interested in AIs. AlphaGo was something that I was very interested about as well. So yeah, my interest grew over time.
You come to the US a lot. What's the difference between working in tech in the US and working in tech in Korea?
I would like to say it's not very different. People tend to think that Korea is more of a society with, let's say, more standards, like hierarchy in the company or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm like phrasing it correctly, but we're also very similar in the startup ecosystem as well. Everyone's very new to stuff. Everyone likes to get to know stuff. We're very equal to each other. My experience in the States was normally trying to populate our technology to the people who's actually out there, many people with interests. So they give it a lot of interest to us, and then I try to promote our solutions. It's practically the same in Korea as well. Lots of people are interested. I think we're going the same way. I'm not sure if I'm answering the question correctly, but
You are.
I don't see a big difference within the startup ecosystem.
So someone is in college. What's the first job they should get out of college if they're, let's say, should they get just an internship and try it out, or should they just go to any company? Like, should they go to an insurance company or a medical company, or should they pick an industry, or does it matter what industry you're in?
Well, it doesn't really matter, as I mentioned earlier, but having a specialty, for instance, for a business development team, you have to have, it's better for you to have a special industry that you're familiar with to actually promote our solutions. As a developer, also, you have to have something that you're a specialist in so that you can use that knowledge to fetch further with our core technology as well. So it's very hard to recruit a newbie into a startup company because we have to leverage every workforce that we can actually use. But recently, we're trying to hire graduates who recently came out of college, having interest in the field because we also want to grow together. So it's practically case by case, but up till now, we did favor a little bit of the person who has more knowledge within a specific field, both in technology and industry.
Last thing, when you were putting together this, Sarah, the panelist who's going to be the chatbot at our webinar on Wednesday, it seemed like you were trying to make her become something more than you actually could do at this moment. Do you ever get frustrated that the technology isn't happening as fast as your brain, that you like have these ideas that you want to do something? Does the frustration ever get to you? Or?
Well, to be honest with you, that's not frustrating. We want to fetch further. We want to provide as much as we can. That's what we're trying to do. That's what most startups are trying to do. But sometimes customers' expectations are higher because of the media. The technology itself is not there yet, but customers expect a little bit more. So in that term, sometimes it's very hard to actually teach that current stage is here.
Right.
But well, that's what's fascinating about startup environment, because there's no guidelines, there's no boundaries. The customer wants it, and if we can at least try to go there, we get there sometime soon. So, well, yeah, that's the fun out of startups.
Totally agree. Well, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you at our webinar on Wednesday.
I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.